Hey guys, so I thought today we would do another Need for Speed video featuring probably one of the best cars in the game, and that is this car. This is the Liberty Walk Lamborghini Aventador. So I wanted to mention, before we go any further, there may or may not be some spoilers in this video. There aren't anything big, it's just basically who you race against. So if that's something you don't want to know about, you may want to, you can watch, I'll give you indications on the screen, basically, of when spoilers are going to come up and what time you can skip to and things like that. So don't worry about that, but if you are scared for spoilers, you do race against someone particularly special in this particular race. So if you don't want to know who that is, I would skip ahead. Anyways, what we're doing to this Liberty Walk Aventador is we're making it into the best car in the game. So the Liberty Walk Aventador, or the Aventador, I should say, is already one hell of a car in this game. You can basically go in and make it insane. It costs around $200,000 dollars, whatever the currency is that they use, and it is totally worth it. So this car is basically, like I said, it's basically one of the best cars in the game, providing you toss the right upgrades on. If you have all the upgrades unlocked, you can make this thing insane. The top cars are probably this, Nissan GTR, and I would say, what else would I say would be in there? Nissan GTR, definitely. It's basically cars that you can just make the horsepower go. Maybe a Supra as well. Supra's really fast as well. Anyways, Need for Speed has already come out and said, basically, that you can take any car. Like, if you start the game, if you watch my Let's Play that I put up earlier today, you can start the game with, you get the choice of starting with the Civic, the Fox Body, or the BRZ. You get the choice of starting with either of those. Providing you upgrade them correctly, you can go through basically the entire game with that one car. There are some missions where you need to have cars with like certain power requirements and things like that, so you need to sort of upgrade it for that. But yes, you can totally go through the entire campaign, the entire story mode, with only one car, providing you upgrade it correctly. I just decided here to give myself the best possible advantage. I got stuck on a mission. If you guys checked out my videos that I was talking about yesterday, I got stuck on a mission a little bit. And I decided, okay, I am furious. I went and got enough money so I could get this Aventador, and then I just went crazy with it and basically maxed it out. I think I finished with 1,008 horsepower, which is just insane. And then I went and tossed on basically like a middle ground tune. I was talking about this yesterday in my video. When I drive cars in this game, I like to sort of go for a middle ground. So I tossed on the drift tires. I tossed on a lot of the stuff that most people would go, oh, that's a drift car. But for me personally, it doesn't really feel like a drift car. My personal opinion on these types of cars that I built here was sort of like a middle ground car. And you put the slider sort of a little bit towards drift. And that for me personally just feels like the best overall car. It's sort of balanced between super grippy and super slidey. It's just the perfect perfect mix for me. Excuse me. Anyways, spoilers coming up. If you don't want to see spoilers, I'll have a thing on the screen. Click that. It will take you to where the non-spoiler stuff is. So be ready for that. Anyways, the paint for this car, I just made it matte. Or I just made it a white. And then I did later on go on and toss like a black sort of vinyl over the hood, the roof, and where the engine lives. So you'll see that in a little bit. Anyways, this is what I was talking about for spoilers. So at one point in the mission, if you progress far enough in the speed category or the speed thread, you actually start to race Magnus Walker. Magnus Walker, for those who don't know, is the speed icon, and he is insane. So I was talking a little bit about, in my Let's Play or my live stream that I posted, sometime earlier today. The video is up, you can go check it out. I spoke about missions that are actually unwinnable. For the time being, we only know of one, apparently, that is unwinnable. You might actually be able to win it, but from what I've seen so far, no one was actually able to beat it. In the office when we were playing this, no one in the office was actually able to beat Magnus Walker, which was pretty interesting if you ask me. And it didn't matter who was driving, didn't matter what car they were in, they just weren't able to beat Magnus Walker. But that was okay. You still basically accomplished the mission or passed the mission, even if you came second. So that was fine. Anyways, we're just driving this crazy Liberty Walk Aventador. It's so cool. It's like wide body. We stuck the tires out a little bit, and we tossed on the AR-12 license plate. It looks so good. It looks so good. I just love the customization in this game and just going in, fine-tuning your cars every little bit. So like I said in a previous video, every car, or I said this in the Let's Play maybe, every car, depending on what you do to it, you need to go and test, especially when you start tossing on tires, nitrous, turbos, things like that. Those dramatically change the feeling of your car, and especially when you start playing around with the slider for handling, and you start putting towards drift or grip, those things are insane how big an effect they have, and you just don't realize. That's sort of why I personally went with a very similar setup for the majority of my cars. I do have an RX-7 build coming out later today, and that thing was just the craziest drift car that I have ever seen. That thing, I just went full drift with it and just went bonkers. It was just insane. Anyways, let's keep talking about this Aventador. So, like I said, it is one of the most expensive cars in the game, and it is probably one of the best cars in the game. I would say, me personally, my 5-car garage, because we can only have 5 cars in the game, right? The Aventador's got to be in there, because online, you definitely got to have that. It is just so freaking fast. It is unbelievable. The Nissan GTR, again, is just insane. Especially if you go tossing on some of those body kits. There are some crazy things. There's some Rocket Bunny kits. There's some Liberty Walk kits. There's some crazy stuff in there. I did a build on one yesterday if you want to check that out. In my 5-car garage, I would also probably have a Corvette Z06. That thing is awesome. An older Porsche, I would say, and I don't know what my 5th car would be. Maybe some drift car. I like the Supra. The Supra that I built yesterday I fell in love with. That thing was very cool, and I think I've got to recreate it in my game now. Anyways, you can see there, I came second. That's okay, though, because I still passed the mission totally fine. Anyways, no more spoiler stuff. We're back, and today we're doing some drifting with the Aventador. Yeah, you can see I tossed on sort of the black vinyl going across the hood, the roof, and over top the engine. I'm doing sort of a Gymkhana style race here with Amy. I did actually go in between these 2 races. I did modify the car a little bit because you can see I am quite a bit higher level. For that previous race, I think I was level 33, and this one we'll figure out in a little bit what level I am. Anyways, yeah, I'm doing crazy amounts of stuff for the perfect Need for Speed moment. You can see that multiplier racking up on the top there. You can sort of see just everything. Oh, I got the cops. I got a 4 times multiplier. That is how you get some crazy money and some crazy rep in the game. You can just see how freaking fast this Aventador is. It is insane. I don't even know how I didn't crash this thing more than I did. It was just an awesome car and one crazy thing to drive around. So like I said, I did some modifications between the race that I just did before this one. If you may have skipped that, I'm level 39 now. So there wasn't too much in between. Anyways, like I said, I did do some modifications. I basically made it a little bit more drifty. I noticed the setup that I had on it for that previous race was very grippy, so I did go on. I made it a little bit less grippy so I could do some drift races like this Gymkhana run. So my target score was 45,000. I'm currently sitting at 27,000 with a bunch of checkpoints left. The cops don't leave me alone in this game. If you watch the Let's Play series that I did yesterday, there is some funny stuff. I think it's part 2 where I get in an enormous cop chase down near the stadium, and it was insane. Driving around here, though, it's sketchy. You gotta really watch out, especially when you're doing some missions where you're doing some drifting. These cops do not shy away from hitting you, making you lose your points, and you having to restart the entire thing all over again. Anyways, drifting down at the docks, doing some sweet... That was a nice wall pack. Cool stuff. Anyways, I've already escaped the cops. Like I said, this Aventador is literally just unfair, especially when you start going up against the cops. There they are again. 3rd time in this video getting cops. You seriously don't even have to worry about the cops when you're driving a car like this. It is just so fast. Like, literally, I've had the cops for 10, 12 seconds there, and I'm already on a cooldown. That's how fast this thing is. I am going to do a whole video, basically, how to escape the cops the best ways. Oh my god, 4 times in this video. Seriously? Okay, that time he did catch me up again. He did catch me on my cooldown, but again, it's just so fast. I'm going to do a whole bunch of, like, tutorial videos because we did get a chance at, like, really investigating the game and figuring out what is the best way to do stuff. So I'm going to do one, how to get rid of cops, how to get money, how to do basic drift tuning, how to do basic grip tuning, things like that. And I'm going to do some of those probably early next week, late next week, depending on what's on the schedule. Anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Like I said, go check out the Let's Play series that I put up earlier today. And as well, I have an RX-7 drift video coming out later today, which is just madness. It is so cool. Anyways, escape from those cops again, got some more rep. Cool stuff. Anyways, guys, subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next one. Mikey! Mike! Come on! Power! Come on. Who won?